just have to believe sometimes the things you cannot see or explain in your life, in the existence, help you actually grow the most, right? So here with their new movie and talking about that, A Gift of Miracles, which is premiering on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, February 15th at 9, 8 Central. Welcome Rita Moreno and Rachel Boston into our family.
Hi. It's so nice to have you both here. And Rita, I understand that you just celebrated a very special birthday, your 83rd birthday.
My 83rd
38th?
38.
Well, actually, I had two balloons made up, and we twisted them, so it said 38.
Oh.
And I said, can I help it if my balloonist is dyslexic? It was great because we did it with costumes from the 20s. Even though I was really born in the 50s.
Sure.
And everybody came. People love to wear costumes. Oh, there's Amy Tan, the great writer, and her husband, Louis DiMattei. Yeah, that was one of my little outfits that night. Isn't that cute?
Can I ask you, I want to ask you something.
My daughter, Fernanda. Her husband, David, who came as John Barrymore in a smoking.
How do you have such an amazing spirit, you know, about you. Where does that come from?
Oh, I'm just such a happy Puerto Rican.
Is it happiness? Is that the key?
It's absolute. I'm one of the happiest people I've ever met, and particularly in my later years. Well, you know, I'm here. Yes. I'm 83. I'm here. I'm making an album with Emilio Estefan. A singing album. I did this wonderful Hallmark Movie and Mysteries play and met this terrific girl. And what's not to be happy about? I have my family. I have my daughter, whom I'm insane about, my two little boys, my grandsons, who are my beacons of light. So what can I possibly complain about? I live in a gorgeous house.
Yeah, I saw you, because I watched the CBS Morning News, and I watched your show. Yeah, I wanted to see it again because I'm such a huge fan of yours. And you are everything that you said. You could see it there in your home, your kitchen, the way you cook, the way you are with your daughter, all those things. And both my husband and I were just so impressed. What a beautiful soul inside and out. Oh. So we were so happy to have you here.
It's funny you say this because you had mentioned you have a beautiful home. That comes into play for you because you recently.
Yes.
This is a real serendipitous
It is.
moment.
When I first came back to Los Angeles after filming a show in New Mexico, I walked into this beautiful home that I ended up living in, and they told me that Rita Moreno had lived in it years before, and then we were cast together on this movie.
Did you know that?
No.
Oh my gosh! I knew that before you did.
And we had lived in the same house in Laurel Canyon. Yeah. And so when we were cast, we were in the
Stanley
hair and
Hills
makeup.
Drive.
Yes.
Oh
the
my
hair and
God!
makeup room.
There it is.
And it was just such a special, magical moment.
Yeah. Oh my! This is your house now?
No, it's where I lived before.
Oh my! That's
and so
amazing.
it was just one of those moments where you don't know why things happen and how people come into your life, but just trusting that the universe brings you together.
Which is what this movie is about, right? Yeah. Miracles happen.
Yes.
Well, yes, it's a woman who doesn't believe in such things. That's what's so interesting about. Listen, I feel like I'm sitting in a hole.
Here, give me a There you are. I can see you so much better.
Hi, it's me, Riri. This always happens to me because I'm so small. Go ahead. I'm going to interrupt.
No, it's a film about a girl who's very closed down to what could be beyond what the human eye can see. And then through meeting people in her mother's life, she opens up to the idea that miracles are possible. And I lost my grandfather years ago, and he used to call me, when I moved to New York City, his little bird who flew away. And now, when I'm making a choice, I'll see a bird. I truly will just see a bird fluttering by my window, not leaving, and I just feel that presence. And so that's kind of what the movie asks you to stay open. There's my grandpa. There he is. There we are playing checkers.
I have to tell you something really bizarre. What? I've always called my daughter my little bird.
Really?
Oh, there it is. Another moment.
No kidding.
Wow.
She looked like a little Walt Disney bird when I first met her.
Oh.
And she had these fat cheeks and a little beak. And I thought, to this day, I call her Bird.
See?
So
you guys were meant to be together.
We really
and to
were.
do this movie together. Oh,
so you play, Rachel, you play in this, you're a scientist?
I'm a scientist,
Okay,
yes.
And your role
I'm one of the coincidences.
that happens to
Yes.
her.
Okay.
Are you an angel?
So,
in it?
No. Oh, no. Oh, God, please. Me, an angel?
all right, well, we're going to see a clip in the movie. Do you know what it is? Do you know what we're going to share?
I believe so. I think this is when we first meet in the film, and our lives just keep we keep crossing.
Very mischievous, like they're doing
now.
this scene.
Like they are right now.
Okay.
Oh, we'll find out about that on the other side, but let's take a look.
Excuse me, I need a second opinion. Tell me, which one is better, the red or the white?
I like both.
Me too. They're gorgeous, aren't they? I can't decide which is better.
Well, do you have to choose? Why not get some of each?
Of course, you're right. In this case, more is better. I knew I asked the right person.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
What a sweet
It just happened so organically, and that's how you two obviously have
I think
so
we
much
have a great
affection.
chemistry, don't you?
We do. We had a lot of fun rehearsing that scene, too.
Yeah, well,
Right,
I know that.
so here's how we rehearsed it. I said to her, excuse me, can you help me?
No.
We laughed so hard.
I love to have fun on a set.
I have to remember that one. I was like, oh, was that the line? Because the scene goes nowhere after that.
So nasty to know.
Were you guys working together a lot, shooting up to that point? And you
No, we had just
barely
met.
knew each other.
Yeah.
And I think that was a moment where we had connected, and you find out through the film that there's a much deeper reason that we keep getting brought together.
Sure.
So
Do you go in search of that? Because there are times when you live your life, you're sort of oblivious to it and you just go straight ahead. It's not until you put the radar out and go, you know, that happened and that crossed my path for a reason.
And sometimes I think in hindsight, you see how everything connected. And just, I think the message of this is to stay open and to keep your heart open, really, to what is possible.
And I'm a person really who's in the moment, just always in the moment. So, and I do make connections later, but I'm impulsive and.
That's it. You're fiery. You're fiery.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
I'm fiery?
You're fiery.
Oh, thank you so very much. You're welcome. You're welcome. You know, Lolita is very pleased that you say so.
Well, you can watch the fiery Rita and Rachel in A Gift of Miracles premiering on Hallmark Movies, Mist and Mysteries. It's February 15th at 9 p.m.